The jungle awakens, bathed in the soft glow of morning light. Sunlight streams through the canopy, painting stripes of gold on the forest floor. The air, usually alive with the chatter of monkeys and the songs of birds, holds a strange, somber stillness. High above, a lone figure moves through the trees. It's Tarzan, but the fluid grace of his swings is gone, replaced by a heavy, deliberate motion. Each liana he grabs seems to pull him down, not just with gravity, but with the weight of a profound loss. He moves in silence, a stark contrast to the vibrant life that surrounds him. Down below, his friends watch with concern. Turk, ever the jester, tries to break the heavy mood. She juggles a trio of brightly colored jungle fruits, her movements exaggerated and silly, hoping for a reaction. "Hey, King Tarzan." She calls out, her voice echoing slightly in the quiet air. "You're supposed to smile at your loyal subjects. A little royal wave, maybe?" She strikes a comical pose, but Tarzan doesn't even glance down. He continues his solitary journey through the upper branches, a ghost in his own home. Tantor, the gentle giant, shifts his weight nervously from one massive foot to the other, his ears flapping with anxiety. He nudges Turk gently with his trunk. "Maybe he's heartbroken?" he whispers, his voice a low, rumbling sound of worry. Turk stops juggling the fruit, thudding softly to the ground. She looks up at their friend, her usual bravado fading into genuine concern. They both know the reason for his sorrow. Tarzan finally comes to a stop, landing silently on a thick, moss-covered branch that juts out from the jungle's edge. He stands there, a silhouette against the vast, blue expanse of the ocean. The sea breeze rustles the leaves around him, carrying the scent of salt and distant lands. He gazes out toward the horizon, his eyes fixed on the point where the sky meets the water, searching for something that is no longer there. His broad chest rises and falls with a deep, unspoken ache. The ship that carried Jane away has vanished beyond the curve of the earth, taking with it a part of his world, a part of his heart. The joy has been drained from the jungle, leaving only a quiet green emptiness. As dusk settles, casting long shadows across the jungle floor, the air grows cool. Tarzan sits beside Kala, his adoptive mother. The soft chirping of crickets and the distant calls of night birds form a gentle symphony around them. He has said nothing, but she feels his pain as if it were her own. She gently strokes his hair, her touch a familiar comfort he has known since childhood. "Your heart is torn, my son," she says, her voice as soft and wise as the ancient trees themselves. "It feels like a part of you is missing, lost across the great water, but sometimes love is stronger than any distance. Sometimes it finds its way back, as if her words are a quiet prayer answered by the jungle itself. A faint sound drifts through the trees. It's a low, resonant echo, unfamiliar yet strangely hopeful. A horn. Tarzan's head snaps up, his senses, dulled by grief, now instantly sharp. His eyes widen. He leaps to his feet, every muscle tensed, listening. It comes again, clearer this time. A ship's horn. But it's not leaving. It's returning. He doesn't hesitate. He launches himself into the trees, swinging with a speed and purpose he hasn't felt in days. The branches whip past him as he races toward the coast, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. Down at the shore, the waves lap gently against the sand. A small boat has just reached the beach, and from it, a figure steps onto the soft, white sand. It's Jane. Her father, Professor Porter, follows close behind, looking around with a mixture of apprehension and awe. Jane, however, has eyes only for the wall of green before her. Her gaze sweeps across the jungle, her jaw set with a quiet determination that radiates from her. "I couldn't leave," she whispers to herself, the words carried away by the sea breeze. Not without him. Just then, a figure bursts from the dense foliage, landing silently on the sand. It's Tarzan. For a moment, they just stand there, the space between them filled with a million unspoken emotions. Their eyes meet across the beach, a bridge of recognition, relief, and overwhelming love. This time, no words are needed. There are no questions, no hesitations. With a cry that is part joy, part desperation, he runs to her. She runs to him, her feet flying across the sand. They collide in an embrace that is both tender and fierce, a reunion that feels as natural and inevitable as the tides. He lifts her off the ground, holding her as if he'll never let go, burying his face in her hair. She clings to him, her journey over, her heart finally home. Word of Jane's return spreads through the gorilla troop like a vine snaking through the canopy. The news is a mix of confusion, curiosity, and apprehension. The clan gathers in their nesting grounds, the air thick with tension. At the center of the assembly sits Kerchak, the mighty silverback. The scars from his near-fatal battle with Sabor are still fresh, a stark reminder of his mortality and his duty as a leader. He watches with a heavy, unreadable expression as Tarzan approaches, with Jane walking confidently at his side. A low murmur ripples through the gorillas. They shift uneasily, their dark eyes moving from Jane back to Tarzan. She is an outsider, a human, and her presence here challenges everything they know. Sensing their uncertainty, Tarzan steps forward. He stops before Kerchak and, in a gesture of profound respect, slowly kneels, bowing his head before the leader who raised him, yet never fully accepted him. "I am different," Tarzan says, his voice clear and earnest, ringing with sincerity. "I was not born a gorilla, but this is my home. You are my family." He lifts his head, his eyes meeting Kerchak's, "and I will protect this family with my life." Kerchak stares down at the man-cub he once saw as a threat. He studies his face, seeing not the strange, hairless creature he first found, but a warrior, a protector. He sees the strength, the loyalty, and the love that burns within him. A long moment passes, the entire jungle seeming to hold its breath. Then, slowly, with a weariness that speaks of a long and difficult reign, Kerchak reaches out and rests his massive, weathered hand on Tarzan's shoulder. His voice, when he speaks, is surprisingly soft, filled not with anger, but with a deep, earned respect. "You are my son," he says, the words a quiet acknowledgement of a bond he had long denied. He looks out at the waiting clan and their leader. At his declaration, a powerful energy surges through the troop. One by one, then all at once, the gorillas rise and begin to beat their chests in a thunderous, unified rhythm. It's a sound of acceptance, of loyalty, of a new beginning. Jane watches from the side, tears of joy streaming down her face as she witnesses this incredible moment. Tarzan rises to his feet, no longer just a boy torn between two worlds, but the bridge that finally connects them. He stands tall, a leader chosen and accepted, ready to guide his family into a new era. A new day dawns, and the jungle feels different reborn. A breathtaking montage of life unfolds. We see Tarzan, now a true leader, guiding the gorillas through the dense undergrowth. He moves with a newfound confidence, his calls echoing through the trees, answered by the loyal troop that follows. Jane is always by his side, sketching in her journal, her brilliant mind documenting the wonders of this world while her heart becomes a part of it. She teaches the young gorillas games, her laughter mingling with their playful hoots. We see Turk swinging more joyfully than ever, a permanent grin on her face, and Tantor trumpeting with pride, no longer a bundle of nerves but a steadfast guardian of the family. The jungle is a symphony of unity and happiness. The final scene settles upon a breathtaking vista. Tarzan stands tall on a cliff edge as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in fiery shades of orange and purple. Jane stands beside him, her hand held securely in his. Below them, the jungle stretches out as far as the eye can see, a vast, endless kingdom of green. It is alive, it is powerful, and it is his. He was born of man, raised by the wild, and chosen by the jungle. He found his identity not in one world or the other, but in the love that bound them together. He was not just a boy, but a leader. Not just a man, but the king of the jungle. Tarzan fills his lungs with the evening air and beats his chest once, a powerful, resonant declaration of who he is. From the forest below, the gorillas answer in a deafening chorus. And as their calls merge, the entire jungle seems to roar with life, a triumphant celebration of its one true king.